During January and February 2024, I travelled along the route of China's famous and ancient waterway, the Grand Canal. Starting in Beijing, the canal travels about 1,800 kilometers to the city of Hangzhou in Zhejiang province. Throughout this series of videos, I will take you to little visited Shandong towns, some of the most spectacular and secluded temples and pagodas anywhere in the country, ancient 2,000-year-old tombs of Han Dynasty royalty, the famous and not so famous gardens of Suzhou, the home of China's most important sage, and much more besides. Our journey begins in Tongzhou, just on the outskirts of the city of Beijing.
And here in Tongzhou, just outside of Beijing, is where the first part of the Grand Canal, this beautiful river, meets the northern canal which heads down to Tianjin. So we're just going to have a quick look around today. I'm going to introduce what I'm going to be doing for the next several videos on my journey south to Hangzhou, and then we're going to get moving. So on this journey, I'm going to be passing through quite a few provinces and stopping at places all along the way. If you're thinking, by the way, I'm going to actually be on the canal for this journey, I'm not. I've got about a month to do this, I think, and it's 2,000 kilometers long, so yeah, no way. And also some of it is actually not navigable anymore, although a lot of it is still in use. I will be mostly on trains and buses, but I'll be stopping at some of the key cities and places along the way, of which there are many. So the importance of the Grand Canal in Chinese history is, it can't really be put into words. You know, people think about things like the Great Wall of China, which is spectacular. Didn't really help that much, but as a symbol, it's kind of cool. The Grand Canal really changed China. In fact, the China that we have today might not even be the China we have today if it wasn't for the Grand Canal, because it essentially linked up the major rivers of China, including the Yangtze and the Yellow River, and allowed transport between the north and the south of China. Now, the north and the south of China has always had a divide. Often when dynasties split up, it was broken again into different, northern, southern parts. Under the Sui dynasty is when they actually completed the Grand Canal, which linked the south and the north and really helped to unify the whole country. I think the Sui dynasty is one of the most interesting parts of Chinese history. Very short-lived dynasty. There's only a couple of emperors, and the second emperor, Emperor Yang, was the guy who completed the Grand Canal. Now, during this process, apparently about 3 million people, labourers, were used to build it, of which about half of them died making it, which resulted in, turmoil and strife, and ultimately the end of the Sui dynasty. People rebelled, and it came crashing down for the Tang dynasty to take over, who, in Chinese history is probably the real golden age of Chinese history. And they benefited so much from the Grand Canal, from the previous dynasties, essentially hard work and death. But it allowed the empire to flourish. Hey, guess what? There's a pagoda right on the border of the Tongzhou River and the Northern Canal. Let's go and have a look. There's been a pagoda here since the Northern Zhou dynasty, which is a long time ago. Man, anyone who's telling you that Beijing's polluted, look how clear it is. Beautiful. So it's a Liao dynasty style pagoda, although it isn't actually Liao dynasty. It's from the Qing dynasty, just in that style. With the style of Liao dynasty pagodas is very densely eaved top. Similar to, if you remember my last video, the Tianning Temple Pagoda in central Beijing. So what is the route of the Grand Canal? Well, there are 6 main sections that I'll be following anyway, which runs from Beijing down to Hangzhou in Zhejiang province. So the I'm not really including the Tongzhou River part. There's not much to see. Obviously, it's only a little stream now in Beijing. But the main parts are the Northern Canal, which go from here in Tongzhou down to the city of Tianjin, which will be my next stop. So then after Tianjin, the next section is called the Southern Canal, and it goes down to the city of Lintian in Shandong province. And following that, the third section goes down to the lakes just south of Jining. So the Middle Canal is the next section, which runs from Jining down into Jiangsu province to a place called Huai'an. And then from there, it's the Inner Canal, which goes to the city of Hangzhou, which was one of the cities that really prospered as a result of the Grand Canal. And the final section is probably the most famous, is the Jiangnan Canal, which runs all the way to the city of Hangzhou. And right now, where I am, this now is the Northern Canal. So we're just where that bridge is, the Tongzhou River from Beijing just joins on there. And this follows all the way down to the city of Tianjin. Alright, so just a quick intro video there for what I'm going to be doing for the next month. There'll be some amazing places on this route, you know. Tianjin, next stop, I've never been, I'm looking forward to it. Further south, obviously, you've got some really amazing places like Suzhou, Yangzhou, Hangzhou, you know. These are all places that they're just wonderful places, full of amazing history. Really can't wait. Also can't wait to start heading south because I am freezing. My hands are ice, my face, I can hardly speak anymore. So that's the end of this quick video. See you in the next one. It'll be from Tianjin. Looking forward to it. All the best. Take care. Bye bye.